Today's video, we're going to talk about money and marriage. Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. So today's video, we're going to talk about money and marriage. It causes a lot of problems for a lot of people. I should say that. So me and my wife Rose, when we were dating, it was definitely she had her money, I had my money. I would buy gifts for her, she would buy gifts for me, and it was two separate chunks. What a lot of people don't get is when you get married, those chunks join together. It is no longer your money and her money. It is our money. It's our combined money. And because it's your combined money, you have to make joint decisions on it. That is a problem for a lot of people. So I think more the problem is that people think they can go on with their single spending habits when they're married. It doesn't work out like that, because when you're married, you are sharing things, you are sharing your life, you are sharing responsibilities, you're probably sharing kids, you're sharing a heck of a lot of things that are very important. Everything is shared. So even if it's just going to the store and buying something simple like a candy bar or a drink or something, you get approval from your partner. If that partner says no, for whatever reason, don't go cry and what about no. They said no. There is a good reason why they said no. Even when it comes to paying the bills should be an open discussion, especially if you're low on money 1 month for a particular reason. You may have to sit down and decide which bills you're going to delay or what order you're going to pay the bills in. Simple as that. That is a team decision, because you know what? She needs the electricity as much as you do. She needs the water as much as you do. She needs the car as much as you do. It's a team decision. It is a team effort when you're married. It is not you doing your own thing and she's doing her own thing now. No, you are together as one team to make team decisions on the money. So when there's a no, it's a no. And when there's a yes, it's a yes. It's not more complicated than that. You're not 100%, neither one of you is 100% in control of your life anymore. You have to get approval for things. And that is part about being married. Being married means you can't go off and do all these wild things. You can't spend money like a drunken sailor. You can't do any of that stuff. You have to consider the other person. You have to consider the other person first and how they are going to feel about it. And that transparency is even more important if you're in a long distance relationship, I believe. If you're in a long distance relationship and the person is not next to you all the time and not with you all the time, then that transparency is ultra important. You are stepping out of the house to go to the store. Say you're stepping out of the house to go to the store to buy a loaf of bread. Keep it transparent. Come back and say, yeah, I bought the loaf of bread, I bought whatever it was. Keep it transparent. Transparency, especially in a long distance relationship, is one of the most important things, two important things in a long distance relationship. One, spending time together when you eventually get together. Two, transparency. Because the person is thousands of miles away, they may be even on the other side of the planet. They do not really know what's going on right here. They may think that you're spending that money on strippers and beer and a good night out, when really you're just going to buy gas or go in the store or something. They don't know. So be 100% transparent. Be 100% truthful, especially when you're in a long distance relationship. Don't, and I've heard these stories all over the internet about people secretly buying things and then hiding it from a spouse and never telling a spouse they bought something. Come on, really? Really, you can do that? Because if you're hiding that, what else are you hiding? There are people out there that I've heard of hidden job losses, they've hidden, savings accounts, they've hidden all the major life events from their spouse. Don't do that. Don't do it. It just creates too much bad feeling. What if you buy something that's, you know, super expensive, so we say, you hide it away, and a few years later, he or she finds out about it. Now you both feel really bad. Yeah, you got the initial high when you bought this thing and you bought this new gadget or whatever it was, this computer, this phone, whatever it was. You felt this real high when you bought it. And then your world, a few years later, a few months later, comes to a crashing low when she finds out you spent all this money on this pile of garbage which you're probably not using anymore. So, you know, money is part of that. Money is part of keeping things transparent all the time so your partner knows exactly what is happening, why it's happening, when it's happening, and getting approval, even for the small things. Small things need approval too, because the small things can ruin a relationship. Yeah, the big things can ruin it too. And we all think about the big things, we all know about the big things. We don't talk about the small things, because the small things add up. Year after year after year after year, you know what happens? You gradually drown. If you say you'd like, for example, you're going to quit smoking, and secretly you go back and, you know, have a few cigarettes, and you don't think your spouse notices, have a few more, you don't think your spouse notices, but she really does notice. He or she really does notice these things. And eventually, over time, that's going to build up and up and up and up and up. Until eventually, one or two things are going to happen. You're going to have a flat out, bust out argument, or you're going to come home to an empty house. Which one of those do you want? Because they both suck. How about you keep things transparent and you don't let either one of those happen? You never let it build up to that level. Because if you keep doing things wrong, if you keep buying things without your spouse's approval, if you keep spending money without your spouse's approval, if you keep hiding things from your spouse, which is probably the worst thing you could ever do, guess what happens? You drown yourself, you kill yourself, you kill the marriage. And you don't just throw away a marriage and get another one. You have invested years in this marriage, absolutely years in this marriage. Think about it. If you've been married for 10 years and you screw this up, you have lost 10 years of your life. That is like going to prison. You're just gonna rewind 10 years and start again from scratch and start dating again? That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. We all have a limited amount of time on this planet. Don't screw this up. Don't mess this up. Especially don't mess this up over buying stupid things and arguing about the bills and all the other stuff. Because you know what? The bills are not going to kill you. Divorce may kill you. The bills are not going to kill you. The cell phone company is not going to show up to your house with a gun or with a machete and start sorting you out. No, it's not going to happen. Okay? You can be a few days late on the cell phone bill. You can be a few days late on some other bills. It's not worth getting in an argument over money. Money may seem super important. It's not important at all, really. The important thing is you, your spouse, and the marriage. Anyway, guys, hope you liked this video. Click down there, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back soon. Thank you.